What's going on, guys? Will here, and welcome to part 1 of starting a successful print-on-demand business on Etsy. So in this part, I will be going over the basics, and that includes what print-on-demand is, why I recommend you start on Etsy, and of course, getting your account set up. Let's get into it. First things first, what is print-on-demand? Well, print-on-demand is a form of dropshipping where you sell items on demand, and it could be t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, etc., and they are customized with your own designs. So you never have to physically own or buy the items because they don't actually exist until someone ordered them. Rather, the print-on-demand provider gives you mock-up images that you then push to your store. So when an item is bought, the fulfillment company, which is going to be Printful in our case, creates it and ships it to the buyer. So like traditional dropshipping, there's no initial investment required, but unlike traditional dropshipping, you're actually allowed to post your items onto marketplaces such as Etsy, which is what we're going to be using here, because of the creative aspect of it being your own design. So for example, how it would work is as such. So Gary buys your t-shirt for $20 on Etsy, and Printful charges you $10 to create that shirt. So it creates it and ships it out for $10. And then of course Etsy sends you your 20. So your profit is, I don't know why it says 250 there, but it's 20 minus 10, which is equal to 10. Feel free to take a look at this more visual representation. So you set up your Etsy store with products, and then when a customer purchases the product, the order is sent directly to the supplier. So Printful receives the order, they send it to your customer, and that's it. So now, why do I recommend starting on Etsy versus your own website? Well, Etsy has free organic traffic from its already enormous clientele. By that I mean people are already shopping on Etsy, millions of them. Unlike on your own website, there's no organic traffic. You must bring the buyers to you. On Etsy, you actually don't have to pay for paid ads at all. So that goes into the next point, no need to run paid ads. And of course, for your own website, you definitely need to. Etsy is also a trusted marketplace, which makes people inherently trust your products, whereas your own website requires you to build that trust. I'm not saying it can't be done, I'm just saying it has to be done. So then Etsy is still scalable, I mean, its clientele is huge. It's not like you can't scale it to a pretty large degree. Of course, it's still going to have Etsy's branding, but it's pretty scalable. And you can have your own website down the line if you have the demand for it. Then your own website is obviously even more scalable with proper marketing and, of course, no Etsy branding. Then Etsy has slightly higher fees, but still not that high, but there's no monthly cost to running an Etsy shop. Then of course your own website probably has slightly lower fees, but there is a monthly cost, Shopify 30 a month and what. So Etsy is by far my recommended approach for beginners, or even if you're not a beginner, to be honest. There's no harm in putting your designs on Etsy ever. So now that you know that, what accounts do you need to get started? Well, you're going to need to make an Etsy and a Printful account. And I want to throw this in now. If you sign up for Etsy through the link in my description, we both get 40 free listings, because essentially the only real cost with Etsy is the 20 cents USD per listing. No big deal, but hey, we both get 40 for free if you sign up through the link in my description. And then I would greatly appreciate you guys, if you haven't already, to sign up for Printful through the link in my description as well. Essentially, it gives me a commission, and it allows me to continue making content like this for free. I'm not going to ask for you guys' money and sell you a course or whatever. Instead, I just hope you sign up through the link in the description, and thank you so much if you do. Anyway, once you have your Etsy account and you're opening an Etsy shop, you're going to have to go through the steps, and there is one thing I want to clear up. Hold on, I'm just going to name this whatever. Okay. So one thing that's a bit annoying is that even before you could integrate Printful, they ask you to stock your shop, which is annoying. Essentially, this product won't be a print-on-demand product. You just have to put anything, really. That's why I recommend signing up through my link, because this is a waste of 20 cents. But if you have the 40 free listings by signing up through the link in my description, it's not a waste. Essentially, you have to stock your shop before you get to the integration section where you sync up with Printful. This is annoying, but you just put anything, and then you finish making your shop. So then, making a Printful account is very simple and self-explanatory, and if I didn't make it clear, Printful is the print-on-demand company that we will be using. I've tried many competitors, and I promise you, Printful is the one I recommend for good reason. So anyway, once you sign up, you'll have a dashboard like this, and in order to integrate Printful to your Etsy shop, you would go to Stores, then you would go choose Platform, Etsy Connect, and then it'll guide you through it. Very, very simple. That wraps it up for part 1, guys. I hope that helped. Drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys very soon in part 2.